what contacts are, you know what motors are, you know what all the different pieces are. And now you understand it, and now you can apply your experience to that piece of paper, right?
You had to learn to read a wiring diagram. How was it the first time? And you go, oh my God, the eyes roll back in your head and everything else like that. But what happened? You studied, you figured it out.
Ruth, just out of curiosity, what's your 15-minute exercise that David just referred to?
It is, you look at your balance sheet and you look at your P&L and you do current ratio asset test, accounts receivable to payables, debt to equity, long-term debt to equity, compensation percentage, receivable days, receivable turns, and plot them. And once you get to know what it is, it will take you less than 15 minutes to do it.
And so here's what I love about the way that this gets taught. And this really, and I give Ruth 1000% of the credit for this. So Rob, I'm gonna ask you a question that Ruth asks in some of her seminars. You remember the first time you saw a wiring diagram?
Oh yeah, I do.
And do you remember how confusing it was when you first saw it?
What
Right?
the heck am I looking at?
That's right. And now when you look at it, what does it look like to you? You understand it now, right?
Right. Your brain was just,
you know what resistors are, transistors are, you know what contacts are, you know what motors are, you know what all the different pieces are. And now you understand it, and now you can apply your experience to that piece of paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all those things she just talked about, the same exact thing.
Yeah.
A P&L statement and a balance sheet, it's just a wiring diagram for your finances.
Yep.
Yeah, I talk about that all the time.
And I love that. It was when I first heard you say that, Ruth, I just like, where has that been my whole life? It's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, it's because contractors are so afraid of the financial side of their companies until they actually do something like, building profit and wealth or something along those lines that I teach. And I bring it down to their level. It's like, okay, you had to learn to read a wiring diagram. How was it the first time? And you go, oh my God, the eyes roll back in their head and everything else like that. But what happened? You studied, you figured it out. And now it's like nothing. You just, boom, got it.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Do it a couple times.
Same thing with financials. The first time you do it, it's tough. Second time you do it, it's a little easier. And by the time you've done it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, it's like 15 minutes. And like, why did I ever think this was hard?